This house had been empty since the 1980s. People had started working on it, trying to renovate it, changing doors, and doing brickwork. However, they had soon left after experiencing strange incidents. Rumors had spread about this house, with some saying there was a covered grave in the backyard. One question lingered. Could we ever come back here safely? We found the skeleton of a cat, bones stark against the abandoned structure. If a place stayed abandoned for even a year, strange things tended to happen, and this house had been closed off for decades. The vibe here had become eerie. The atmosphere thick was something we couldn't quite place. We had received news about this famous house in Karachi. We were at the haunted house in Karachi, known for its eerie and mysterious aura. When a place remained closed for so long, stories and myths started to surround it, adding to its mystery. My friend had heard about this house being empty since 1980, long before he was born. The house had been empty due to property disputes among the owners, who were living abroad, unable to decide whether to sell it or not. Such empty places often attracted strange occurrences. We intended to explore the house thoroughly. Many viewers believe that every haunted exploration would encounter supernatural events. However, that wasn't always the case. Not every visit to a haunted place resulted in encounters. We were there to explore. This room appeared to have been a drawing room once, with its vintage construction. We decided to start from the ground floor and then move upstairs. This house had a unique round shape, which was reflected in its galleries and corridors. We began exploring further, noting that workers who had come to renovate had experienced such disturbing incidents that they had left abruptly. The old walls bore signs of incomplete work, left by those who had been too scared to continue. We noticed the vintage structure and the old style of construction. Many had come here, drawn by the stories of paranormal activity. The basement, or the underground level, was particularly intriguing and eerie. Old houses often had basements, and this one was no exception. Signs of a fire were evident in the kitchen area, adding to the ominous atmosphere. There was a myth that places inhabited by spirits or jinns often caught fire, which seemed to be the case here. Though it might have been just a coincidence, the presence of burnt areas led people to believe in supernatural explanations. Grass had grown over the once inhabited areas, a sign of how long it had been abandoned. This place could be dangerous, with scorpions or snakes possibly hiding in the overgrown areas. We continued exploring the lower level, aware of the potential risks. This old structure, with its unique layout, told stories of a bygone era. This tree added to the eerie feeling, as such trees were often associated with haunted places. Small details like these contributed to the overall atmosphere, making the place feel even more mysterious. There were no almond trees around, yet we found almond-like seeds scattered about, which was very strange. People had claimed to see shadows or figures within the house, and such rumors added to the fearsome reputation of this place. We ventured into the backyard, where the alleged grave was said to be. We found an area that looked like it had been dug up, perhaps for a tank or something similar. The place had an unsettling feeling, with old, crumbling structures all around. We decided to check the basement, aware that it might be risky. We couldn't help but feel that exploring this basement might be dangerous, but we went ahead anyway. The stairs were unstable, and we had to be careful as we descended. We saw more evidence of strange occurrences, like the skeletal remains of a cat. The basement had a heavy atmosphere, making us feel uneasy. We noticed small details that made no sense, like peculiar little rooms within the basement. We decided it was best to leave before anything went wrong. As we ascended, the atmosphere lightened, but we still felt the weight of our experience. The upper floor had large rooms and signs of abandoned renovation efforts. The wiring and old wooden beams indicated how old this house was. Despite its age and condition, the house retained a sense of luxury from its past. We saw signs that others had explored this place before us, leaving their marks behind. We constantly felt a presence and urge to leave, which I tried to ignore, believing it to be my imagination. We addressed any spirits or entities present, assuring them we meant no harm and were only there to document our experience. The old, decaying house held many stories within its walls, each corner telling a tale of its own. We continued to document as much as we could, aware of the strange noises and feelings we were experiencing. After spending enough time there, we decided to leave, not wanting to push our luck any further. As we left, the sense of relief was palpable, the fresh air outside a welcome change from the heavy atmosphere inside. Reflecting on our experience, we couldn't deny the strangeness of the place and the stories it held. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.